Hey guys and girls, how's it going, and welcome back to another episode of the most amazing done in 60 days, the Blood and Bones edition. Yes, we are back, and I am in the dream world. You might not have seen this on my episode because we did it on Nemsun's one. In my one we went to the nightmare, and we tried very hard to get ourselves some of those horrible cottony stuff so we could make something that allows us to have a gooder chance of getting to the dream world, and we managed to do it, and we've got a pretty good chance at the minute. The last 3 times I've jumped back and forth, I've got the dream world and haven't had a nightmare or anything like that. Now, when we came into the dream world, let me take you over here, and I'll explain many things in a second. But the first thing I'm going to show you is going to be around this corner. So when we came here, we realised that this place is basically an exact seed of the overworld, the regular world. The only thing that's missing are some of the different structures. So back there, where that is pretty much where the roguelike dungeon is, where we actually live. The difference being, though, that it's not there. And there's many other places that aren't there. But if we go around here, you might remember a few episodes, well, kind of when we started, that there was a pyramid that we went into. And there was a village and some other cool bits. And that was all still there, yes, which is awesome, because I wanted to go and check out the pyramid, and the pyramid was there, and there was lots of cool things, and the giant redwoods are over that way still, so it was really easy to navigate. And then we realised, which is even better, it wasn't getting nighttime. It was daytime the whole time. Nice pink clouds and all this funny stuff, and no mobs were spawning. Which was so nice, to finally have a world with zero mobbage, like it never got horrible at all. So the dream world really was a dream. But it wasn't without its hardships, because when we came here, we couldn't bring anything with us. And you're probably thinking, well, hey, you've got all your pickaxe and stuff, and you've got these funky new excavator and hammer and things. Well, yeah, you don't start with anything when you come here, you have to start from scratch. So we made ourselves a little area over here where we started mining, and we started getting some bits together. We finally got together a little tinker's area over here so I could start making some copper pickaxes and stuff. And we also found this village, which was already here from the overworld, so we already knew it's here, but we was lucky enough to find, if you look on Nemsun's episode, we traded with a village to get some ender eyes. And while Nemsun was grinding away to do chickens and squids and things to be able to get the items to trade with him, because I think it was 8 emeralds for a eye of ender, so we had to trade with all the other ones to get the emerald to trade with him. And while he was doing that, I was digging holes. That is pretty much all I've done for the past 2 days straight, is dig holes. Good thing though is that we don't really need any torches, so we don't have to worry about gas too much blowing up, because it's always daytime, so as long as we dig straight down, we don't really have much of a problem. But we made our way through copper up through to the through the other metals, so basically starting again as far as the pickaxes go. And I have got my pickaxes somewhere around here. I don't know where I put my pickaxes. They're not in there. Did I put them over here? Let's have a look. Nope. Nope. They're going to be somewhere. I think they're back at spawn in a chest. But yes, that was that. So we managed to get ourselves the ender chests. And with the ender chests, we could move back and forth our items from this world and the regular world, the overworld. So that's how I got all this stuff over. But there is actually another reason we're here, and it's not just to get that. We needed to get some ores while we're here, because this is the only place you can get fantasy ores. And fantasy ores are needed for starting blood magic, they're needed for more advanced machines, they're needed for quite a bit. And you need to make sure that you've really got yourself to manulin or adamantium or anything like that before you come here, because you won't be able to mine any of them if you don't do that. And once you've done that, you can mine the orichalcum, and you can mine carmot, and you can mine a couple of other bits, and then when you upgrade that again, you can then mine the adamantin and the rubicratum. And there's other bits like mithril and such, and atlaris, astral silver. There's some pretty funky ores here, but the one that I've worked my way up to, which has taken me ages, is tartarite. And tartarite is a mixture, I believe. Let's have a look. Yep. Of adamantin and atlaris, and that gives us tartarite. And my guy right here now is pretty good. I have a mining speed of 30. My mining material is tartarite. It does still have a boost XP, so there is going to be another level to this, which is insane. But overall, there's nothing here I can't mine. At least I don't think there is. And then I made these excavators and hammers from Tinker's Construct with the materials that we had. So now I can mine in 3x3s for the sand and all that good stuff. If you don't know what these guys are, you have to, they're basically like a shovel and a pickaxe, but they do 3x3, so I can do like that, see? Which is pretty handy, and they last for ages. The only thing that I'm hoping is that when they upgrade, I can get myself a spare one of the what did they had around this somewhere? Spare one of the extra little bits, so we can go and put some of the moss on there so that it repairs itself. Because the only problem is that they don't repair themselves, and the material that they're made out of is horribly expensive, so I don't really want to have to keep using it to do that. But yeah, overall, it's been a grind, a real horrible grind. But once we could get our materials over from the other world, it got a little bit nicer, and the fact that we don't have to worry about mobs or stuff blowing up has been nice. It's just really, I've just dug for days trying to get all this stuff. But it hasn't been just that easy, because one thing that I've noticed, and I have no idea whether this is correct or not, so you guys can feel free to correct me on this one, but when I dug this hole, I managed to find a few of the ores. So this guy here, I managed to find in this hole, I managed to find adamantine, rubicraeum, I found the orichalcum and carmot. But I didn't find Atlaris, I didn't find astral silver, and I didn't find mithril. And I was kind of like, well, where are these ores? Do they not spawn here? Are they an end ore? So I started digging another hole over here, and the same thing, so I started getting nowhere. So, if we go back and have a look on the map, because let's bring it back to spawn over here. You'll see that I started digging these two holes here, and I started using turtles for them. So this is basically 2 chunks, and the turtles were running for quite some time. I had water running into it so the explosions wouldn't go off, because they're still lava, so lava can still set off explosions of gases. But that didn't happen. And I left them running for a little bit, and I AFK'd, and I started looking in their chests to see what they'd mined, and they hadn't mined any of the ores that you get here, any of the special ores. So I was kind of like, well, are they there? Are they not there? So I jumped in the water and had a swim, and I found out that they were there, but the turtles were breaking them and not collecting them. So any of the special ores that you get here don't actually get mined by a turtle. So I was absolutely gutted. So I stopped the turtles, I removed the water, and I started digging it by hand. And when I was doing it by hand, luckily I had these guys, which is kind of handy because it allows us to do it a lot faster. That's when I found some of the other ores. So in that one I found mithril, I found astral silver, I found the Atlaris, but I didn't find any orichalcum, and I didn't find any adamantine. So I'm kind of led to the theory that maybe certain ores spawn in certain biomes, or there's more chance of finding a certain ore in a certain biome. I really don't know, but from the amount of chunks that I've dug, I would have thought I would have found at least one of those in these, like that, at least that one there, and I got none of it. So yeah, it's been a little bit different. And then I had another problem. Wow, it's been so fun. But we're gonna grab some of this now. Actually, let's see what I can fit in my backpack. Yeah, so when I started getting all of this, I was over the moon, because I thought, well, we can finally, I don't want iron ore, I thought we could finally get into blood magic, like, it's time to do the blood magic. And then I realised that, well, we're still missing another ore. It's horrible, where's this other ore? And I searched for many moons, many days, to try and find this ore, and I just didn't find it anywhere. I was livid again. I wanted to find this stuff, this infusicolium. I just couldn't find it in the one where the turtles were and the ones over here. So I thought, well, maybe this whole biome thing's right. Maybe there is some sort of weirdness with biomes and where they can spawn and where ores can spawn and stuff. So I made a little trip over to a jungle biome, and I just dug straight down into the ground, like literally straight down. And I laid some steps down, because I didn't even want to dig a whole area out. I just wanted to dig down just to see if I could find something that was a little bit different than what I'd been finding in the ocean and the desert biome. And I found something very cool. Yes. So let me take you over to this biome just around here. It's not too far away. And when we get to shore, I'm going to give you guys the seed for this world, because some of you have been asking for the seed, and what I'm about to show you is going to require you to have our seed, because I found something amazing. And I haven't found one of these the whole time I've been playing this mod pack. We've been going around, we've been looking all over the place, but we've just had to dig giant holes. And don't get me wrong, you need to dig giant holes because you need to level your stuff up, and that is the fastest way of doing it. You can lay blocks in front of you. You can break them, pick them up, lay them, break them, pick them up, and do it that way. but nothing's faster than literally just digging a hole. Even if it's not for ores, whether it's just for experience, that's pretty much the best way of doing it. But this over here was a brilliant find, because this is what allowed me to get all of these ores. Because you're probably thinking, well, you got so much ore, how'd you get all that ore? Like, where did you get it all from? Well, let's have a little looky-see over here. I lit it up, so we should find the way in. Can I see my torches? I can. Lovely. Let's make our way over to these torches. And I've made a little hole going through the jungle that will take me to my little way down into the ground that I made. And have I got any things left? I kind of really want that. We'll just leave it there for the time being. I don't want to have to swim all the way back. So let's go through here. And there's going to be some cakes. Lovely. And let's go down here. Yes. Oh, here we go. Before I forget, here is the seed. There we go. It's up again. So if you guys want my seed, feel free to take it. It's there. Someone, if they can't read it and you've got a big monitor, go and throw it in the chat or something. But that's the seed for this world. So I came over here into the jungle and I started digging down. And I found this. And this is amazing. This huge ravine. It goes on literally for ages. Like, it goes back there a good 200-300 blocks, and then it splits off in other directions. It's awesome. And while I was here, I found all of these ores, because you could basically just nerd pole your way up, take the ores, come back down again. That's all I've been doing, just going around taking ores. I haven't had to dig a hole or anything. Well, I don't really need to dig a hole because I'm practically level to the max. And I got so much stuff. I got all this Carmot, I got Atlaris. In this place here, I found the Infusicolium, and I found the Hourclays, which I haven't found anywhere else either. So I'm going to go ahead and say that we're actually fairly rich now, which is brilliant. Cool beans. Alright, guys, so now that you've witnessed this amazing place full of ores and good stuff, if you're looking for a world to play, I would say it's a good idea to maybe use our seed, because it was a fairly good one. I'm so impressed with the seed that we got. It's worked out really nicely. Firstly, finding the roguelike dungeons to go and live in the middle of the sea. Sure, there was the food problems to start with, but overall it's worked out nicely. And then we had that ravine back there. We've had some pretty good luck on our little journey, I must admit. But let's make our way back home, because we have some things that we need to do. So let's go over here. Let's hopefully not die in this world hole, because that would suck. Oh, good, there we go. And we're going to drop our stuff off in our chest over here and make our way back to base. Yeah. Let's see if my other stuff's in here, actually. Yeah, there it is, look. My little... Oh, I might even put that on like a mantelpiece or something, just to remind me of having to start all over again. My Reinforced 2 iron pickaxe. What a guy. Leveled him up so that he could mine bronze, and once you get to bronze, you can mine obsidian, which is what I needed for the ender chest. So let's put all my tools in there, because I'm definitely going to need these. My cake, my rucksack. Let's grab a needle and make our way back home. Yeah. Cool. So let's grab all of this stuff. Good dams. Throw that in there. And I think we're fairly good. So let's start getting some of our ores refined. And then we're going to do a little bit of blood magic, because we finally made our way to the blood magic side of things. Now that I found that rubricreum. I think that's probably not how you pronounce it, but yes. We can start doing blood magic. So let's have a look in here. I'm going to pulverize this stuff, I think. Yeah. Alright, so let's get my red backpack out. We're going to need 2 blocks of each, I believe. So let's see how much we can get from one of this Infusicolium. That's the one. So let's pop that in there. Should do its thing and get all that good stuff for us. Let's have a look at the recipe, because we're going to need to make ourselves a blood altar. A tier 1 blood altar, which requires 2 blocks of Infusicolium and 2 blocks of orichalcum. We need some angmalon, we need a diamond, and we need a bronze furnace, which is a copper furnace, and that's a stone furnace. That is some expensive stuff. Let's see if we've got any sand around here, because I could do with some sand. We might have some upstairs, maybe. There's like a million bits of sand back in the other world, but I really don't want to go back there and grab all of it. We should have some up here, maybe. Let's have a look. I want to get some sand so I can use the induction smelter, because I want to try and get some of the extra stuff you get from it. I can't remember what it's called. I think it's called like slag or something. I want to get a load of that stuff. Yeah, here we go. Let's grab a load of this. So we can use the slag for later stuff, because if you do the certain types of slag on certain ores, you can actually triple your output, which is like really handy. So we want to try and do that as much as possible. So let's pop this in here. There we go. Yeah, slag. Cool. And I'm going to make sure it's not going anywhere. And let's do that. So we have everything going into there. Is that right? Can we put it there? Maybe it'll go in that time. Come on. Come on. There we go. Lovely. So that's 8. So that's almost 1 ingot. Let's see if it's going to pull in this infusicolium. And I think we might need to... Are we running out of power? We are. Let's try doing this. Oh, it's not that one. Which one is it today? Which one's the actual side? Ah, okay. There we go. Lovely. So we've got 16. Oh my god, we're so close to being able to make this now. I need this. I need to do this blood altar. I need it in my life. Finally. Right, there we go. So that's 24 bits. So that's enough of that. And we need our orichalcum. So let's pop that in there as well. And I'm going to have a bit of cake. Have we got any wood around here? Wood. Aha. Yes, we do. Gonna make a crafting table. We'll pop this down just over here. And let's get some of this stuff. So that's 1 block of infusicolium. That's 2 blocks. Cool. And the rest can go in there, I guess. I'm going to sort all this ore out sometime. Maybe make some barrels for it, because all of this ore is fairly handy and used in a lot of later recipes. So I don't want to get mixed up with other stuff. But there we go. It's one of those. And I think I have some angmalon somewhere as well. Let's go and check over here, see if we've got any angmalon. I might have to put together some bronze, though, because I don't know if we've got any bronze at the minute for the furnace. But hey, we've got 6 bits of bronze. And have we got a spare furnace around? Was that electrum, aluminium? Well, we need a diamond. Whoa! Oh, that would have sucked if we didn't have any more diamonds than that. What is this? A copper furnace? Nope, we need a bronze furnace. I got angmalon. I have. Let's take some angmalon. And we need bronze. Alright guys, so I'm going to disappear for 2 seconds while I make myself some more bronze. I need a couple of ingots, and we'll make this furnace. And we'll be back to finally start doing some blood magic. I am so hyped. You know, I just thought we'd make loads, because why not? There we go, so we got that stuff. So let's go back over here. We have to make a copper one, then we have to make one of the bronze ones. So yeah, well, we've actually got a copper one here. Let's just make sure there is a furnace before we do anything, because I'm just going to rip this one down. So we want our altar. Have a look. Yes, so it's a bronze furnace. So we need a copper furnace around bronze. Yes, this guy is coming with me. There we go. And how much have I got on me? I got 12 bits. We've got more than enough of that. So it's that with that. It gives us a bronze furnace. And the rest of this, I guess, can just go sit in there for the time being. So it's a diamond to angmalon. We are sorted. Let's put this together. Bam! 1 blood altar. Yes! Finally! And we've got another diamond as well, which is good. So let's pop this guy. You know, we're just going to throw it here for the time being. I'm going to find a proper place for this at some point, but this will do. Yes. And have I got any cake? I have. Cool. Yummy. Okay. So we need a way of sacrificing blood. So we're probably going to have to use a sacrificial knife, I believe it's called something like a sacrificial knife. So we need iron, gold, and some glass. I think I've got all of that. So gold. There we go. And some glass. I wonder if I can use... No, we're probably not going to be able to use that glass, are we? Let's have a look-see around here. See if we have any spare glass lying around. We must do, because there's been so much glass getting made. Yeah, cool. I just love how there's cake everywhere. A update for this came out a couple of days ago, which actually disables the cake recipe. We've been caught onto, guys. It was only a matter of time. But we're going to update to that soonish, as long as it doesn't cause too many problems. We'll have to wait and see. But I can start doing this, putting stuff in there. Blood, Blad, and hopefully and eventually we'll be able to start actually doing good stuff with it. My only worry at the minute is the life regenerating side of things. I have got a plan though. Let's make our way down here, because it might be worth making some potions of regeneration before we do this, so that I don't end up dying. Although we could just make some apples. Let's see how well apples do, because we can make golden apples, can't we? And they're meant to be pretty funky. Let's have a look. So we've got golden apple. Let's make a golden apple. See how that does. Because this is all, I generally don't use vanilla golden apples, so yeah, this is like one of my 3rd or 4th times ever using a golden apple. Amazing. Alright, let's grab some gold. And don't worry, we got loads of resources back at the mines now, so we're pretty set there. So if I ate this, do I start getting... I got regeneration 2 and absorption. But I only really get the regeneration for a little while. Okay, so maybe it's going to be better making some potions. Let's see. Oh man, that calendrite sword's got regen on it. I want it. What do we need for these? Need gas tears. Oh man, we need gas tears for these. I might have to just slowly do it. That's gonna be an awkward one. Although, look at all that regen I just got from that. That's insane. Let's go and just throw a little bit more blood in here, I guess. I need a certain amount before I can make what I need to make. I got mining fatigue. Oh, that sucks. That sucks really bad. I don't think we have any gas tears yet. No. Well, what I need to make is a blood orb. A tier 1 blood orb before we can do really anything. Let's have a look, because I believe it's a diamond. So there we go, a weak blood orb. So it's a diamond in here will allow me to do that, to make the weak blood orb. But I need 2,000 LP in there. And I have no idea how much LP is in there, but I don't think it's 2,000. I really don't. No. Well. Alright guys, so I think what we're going to do is I think we're going to call that an episode. And between this and the next one, I'm going to figure out a way to get all of this stuff working so that we can make a load of potions of regeneration. I might speak to Nemsun and find out whether his witchery stuff has been able to help me and give me the regeneration that I need. Another thing that we can do, which could be kind of useful, because I just thought about this and I might have to do this, is, I believe, witchery, which will help both of us. There is a liquid that you can make in the dimension, in the dream dimension, which when placed around where you sleep increases your chance of getting a good dream again, which is around here somewhere. Brew of Flowing Spirit, Brew of Frost. I think it's the Brew of Flowing Spirit. Pretty sure it is. Let's have a look. So we need all this stuff in a kettle. Yeah, but you can only make this in the dream world, and it makes 3 brews of Flowing Spirit. And when you throw one of them on the ground, it actually makes a spirit source block, a Flowing Spirit source block. And I think, if you stand in it, you get a small bit of regen. Maybe? I'll have to find out. But if that is the case, I might just fill this area around here in this Flowing Spirit. And just stand in it and do all the stuff. Because we're miles away from being able to sacrifice other things for our blood altar just yet. And I don't think the other blade is really that expensive. We just need to think of a way to get around it. Yeah, I need a tier 2 with 3,000 before I can do any of that to make the Dagger of Sacrifice. So I guess the next thing really, find an easy way to regen myself, make this guy, and then sort out a way to get some mobs coming to me so I can kill all of them and stuff with the Dagger of Sacrifice. Yeah, that's going to be a thing. Alright, this time we're actually going. Cool. I'll see you guys soon for another episode. Have yourself a great day. Have a good one, as always. And goodbye.